All right, so I thought it was gonna be important that I, obviously have to talk about the main event of UFC 291, the BMF title fight, Justin Gaethje versus Dustin Poirier. We already know how exciting that fight has the potential to be because we've seen it already years ago. But the main thing I wanted to really touch upon is that I think the consensus around the MMA community and the MMA world is that we believe that Dustin Poirier should be able to get the win again. But even though I am a Dustin Poirier fan, I will say this. There is a way that Justin Gaethje can win this fight more than likely if he comes in with this game plan. If anybody has any common sense, they're going to know what I'm talking about. So I've been watching Dustin Poirier's fights over the past couple of years, since the Pettis fight. And in all of his fights, for the most part, the only people that Dustin Poirier has fought have been strikers for the most part, right? They've all been strikers. Eddie Alvarez, Max Holloway, Dan Hooker, Conor McGregor, Michael Chandler, even Charles Oliveira. But the biggest difference with, the losses that he's had, which was to Charles Oliveira and Khabib Nurmagomedov, is that they were both grapplers, right? They both showed the ability to be able to take him down and ultimately finish the fight by submission. Now, in those cases, those guys were better BJJ guys than Dustin Poirier. They're more dangerous on the ground than Dustin Poirier. So him getting submitted by them is not the biggest thing in the world. I mean, the same thing happened to Justin Gaethje, right? So it's not like that's something that's just like unordinary or just brand new. The main thing is this. If you guys watch Dustin Poirier's most recent fight against Michael Chandler, that fight was not going good for Dustin Poirier. And I'm being real. Dustin Poirier is my favorite fighter. By far, number one. You know what I'm saying? He's my favorite fighter. But I was watching that fight. I was super worried. And the biggest difference in that fight was the wrestling. This has been a thing that Dustin Poirier has had a little bit of an issue with and hasn't had to really deal with in none of his fights. The fight where he fought against Eddie Alvarez, he was in some dangerous positions on the ground. Ultimately, he was able to get that finish, right? Obviously, Khabib was going to do what he did to everybody else, so that wasn't too surprising. Charles Oliveira put Dustin in weird situations where he was able to get his back in, weird grapple situation, choke him out. Michael Chandler shooting takedowns, picking Dustin Poirier up, dropping him on the ground, going crazy. That made the fight very weird. So what I'm trying to say is this, right? I want to bring it all around. Right? If Justin Gaethje decides to go into this fight and he actually decides that he's going to wrestle, he can win this fight 100%. I'm not even going to sit here and try to act like that's not the case. Now, do I think he's going to do that? The chance of him doing that, I don't really know. He's not really sounding like he wants to really, follow that order of, let's wrestle and, let me play smart. I don't think Justin Gaethje is going to do that. That's just going to be unfortunate for him because that'd be his best bet to win this fight. Either that or him causing chaos would be his best bet to win this fight. If he goes in there try to be measured on the striking, he's just gonna get picked apart. Like, Dustin Poirier is just too good in the boxing. He's just a far better technical brawler. And if Gaethje thinks he's gonna be able to just go out there with a jab and kind of fight off of that, he's gonna get pieced up really badly. So yeah, that's the only way I think that Justin Gaethje has a chance to win this fight. He has one takedown in his UFC career, and that was in the last 10 seconds against Rafael Fiziev. So it's like, if he was going to take anybody down to ensure that he was going to win, he could have did that to Fiziev, right? Why didn't he do it? Now he's going to go take down Dustin Poirier, who's dangerous on the ground and has probably the third best BJJ that Justin Gaethje is going to see behind Oliveira and Nurmagomedov. Does Justin Gaethje really want to do that? You know what I'm saying? His BJJ is just not good. That's the biggest difference. His BJJ is not good. But if he can implement a proper wrestling game, then that would be the way that he can win the fight. So I just wanted to really jump on that and, talk about that specifically because I feel that Dustin's going to be able to win the fight. I feel like he has more ways to win the fight. I don't know why I've been holding on to this feeling. I think that he's going to be able to win by submission. I think Dustin can win by submission. I just don't know why. Maybe Justin might try to shoot or some weird exchange might happen. And then, if the choke is there, if the guillotine is there, Dustin's going to go for it. So it is what it is. But you guys let me know what you think about this fight. How do you guys see this fight playing out? I just wanted to make a video basically talking about how I think that Justin does have a chance to win, but the chances of him actually turning to that is not that high. But yeah, guys, that's gonna do it for the video. If y'all excited for UFC 291, drop a like, comment, subscribe, guys. We're so close to 500 subscribers, just about 15 subscribers away. So guys, do me a favor, Come on, subscribe to the channel. It ain't that hard. Subscribe. Catch up, boys, in the next video, man. Peace.